talk about something that needs to be said. My thoughts on being Asian American. Well, I have so many takes on this. God damn. Alright, let's talk about it. For my viewers or for anyone who are from Asia or from another country, you probably think that I'm lucky because I'm Asian American. Because you would think that it's the land of opportunity. The mountains of gold is there. Come to America. Come. It's the mountains of dreams and gold and everything. And if you come, we'll give you gold. We give you dreams and come. God damn it, you will be lucky and you have everything for you. We'll come and give you it. It's so amazing. Yeah, some would experience amazing things in their life because of their being American. But for me, that's not the story. But where did I get that mountain of gold? It was in this movie. I think it's either Jet Li or I don't know. He was portraying Wong Fei Hong. Wong Fei Hong is a martial art hero in China. His style is Hung Gar, but I used to look up to him. And Jet Li played the role. If you don't know who Jet Li is, well, if you're not into martial art, that's okay. But I'm into martial arts, so I love watching that. So, the Mountain of Gold! And also Bruce Lee, too. We're going to talk about that Bruce Lee, too. Because, the Guilos! You should not teach the Guilos! You know, the old days where people who are in martial arts and, you know, the Chinese people in the movies were like, don't teach the Guilos! You know, and I think Kung Fu Master would hate, you know, Kung Fu Master it's the story where, I don't know if it's, the story, it's in there, it's in the Bruce Lee, where Bruce Lee, the Kung Fu Master, the Chinese master, didn't like Bruce Lee teaching other non-Asian kung fu or martial arts, and he was going against martial arts master, kung fu master belief system. And so I'm going against a lot of people's belief system right now because I think that people have this misconception about being an American, especially if you were born in another country. Because I'm telling you, it's not like that for me. Anyway, let's begin. Where did this topic come from? Well, I finally gathered a lot. Now I have a lot of understanding about this evidence about being American and being Asian and whatever. Because I'm still Asian. I was born in America. Blah 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 blah. But it's still a trap. Being American is, you know, quote unquote, is still a trap. It's not. This idea of being American is great, people would think. A lot of people, if they're not into a mindset of self-help, personal development, or law of attraction, or whatever that is. But life, for me, wasn't better when I was a kid. I hated life back then. And because of the circumstance that we were handed or dealt with, and we live on welfare, food stamp, if you don't understand what that is. We didn't have enough food in the refrigerator, yada yada yada. But I hated life back then not because of being American, but because I was bullied and like life was just so hard and life, and there was a chip on my shoulder because, you know, I didn't do well in school. The reason why I didn't do well in school because of my belief system about me, about my ability to do well. Because if you understand your belief system, that if you believe that you're stupid, dumb, you will act according to that belief, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That means your belief to be true, right? And so this topic come up because there was this guy who I used to work for in a restaurant, and he was an assistant manager, and he would, like, I was getting ready to become hired and become an employee, and he was like, he was like, "Oh, you're an American," and I said, "Yeah," and he was like, "Oh, how lucky or how easy, whatever," and he make this thing where, oh, just he had it because he think that I had everything handed to me because I was being in America. Hell no. If I give enough time and talk to him and spend time with him and try to relate to him, he probably wouldn't think so. He would not think so, because I understand the mind a little bit, to relate a little bit of. He doesn't understand. I struggle with my grade. I struggle a lot. Growing up, I didn't feel worthy of having anything. I felt, damn man, like I remember I felt a lot of pressure going back in high school with grades because I kept slipping back. I didn't want to do it anymore. Anyway, my thoughts on being Asian American. So, my family was born in like very traditional Asian culture. We were raised up to become Buddhists, but I'm not Buddhist anymore. I'm spiritual. Why? Because the reason why, I'm a very flexible person. Like, I listen to all type of music, from K-pop, from Taiyang, from Indian music, from Chinese music to Japanese music to country to trap to dubstep to all type of. And I watch Japanese drama, Chinese drama. I grew up watching Vietnamese opera, Vietnamese, like, there's a joke, right, where if you're being born in America, you're banana. You're a banana. That means you're yellow on the outside, you're white in the inside. But I think for me it's fusion. Fusion of being Asian and being an American. For me, that's what for me. But you don't have to be. That's just me. You do you. But the reason why I take that, because if all you do is being an American, you forgot your culture. That's really sad. That's my opinion anyway. Because for me, I follow the footstep of my hero, Jackie Chan, right? Because I love watching Jackie Chan movie, and he always put culture and history. Like, I remember there was this one movie. I remember his line, and he say, "Preserve your history, protect the history, the culture, because it's Jackie Chan is Asian, and he was born probably in Asia, and I respect him, even though he's not a perfect human. That's my hero, right? So, and I look up to him. So, for me, the reason why I said being fusion, because if there's the American culture, it's locked in by dogma thinking. Dogma this, dogma that. Like, there's so many insidious things that people are indoctrinated by, people don't even see. And if people understood that these ideas are nothing but an illusion, it used to work, but it's not working anymore, soon the world will be taken over by AIs, jobs will be no longer needed, right? Because there's things that people don't understand. And most Asian parents don't understand about the way that things were being done. It's not about hard work. People think it's hard work. There's something to this universe that people don't understand. Now, when I was a kid, I hated being an American because I wanted to be Asian. I remember back in middle school, I wrote Asian for life on my backpack. I remember that. And I remember back in boarding school days, I used to, I argued with my ex. I remember we were sitting outside on the bench near her dorm. I was like, I don't even know why she's like, "You're an American." I was like, "No, I'm not an American, I'm Asian." And she was like, and she would get pissed at me, and I'd get pissed at her. I was like, "No, I am Asian." She said, "No, you're an American." But now I'm like, whatever, it's just an idea. It's nothing but an illusion. Asian too, like, for me, I now have a love-hate relationship being Asian, because I think that like history and culture is beautiful. Like Japanese culture is beautiful, Chinese culture are beautiful, Korean culture, all type of culture is beautiful. It's just that the thinking, the thoughts, the belief that keep people stuck, and that's the ideology I don't like. I'm flexible. Now, I grew up watching kung fu movies, Japanese movies, anime, not movies, but anime, Korean culture, Korean people who are into K-pop and Korean movie drama. There's a lot of people who are into that. They want to, there's white want to be Asian, or there's Asian wanting to be white, or whatever, whole deal, right? My friend always talk about Asian coming from America, FOB, right, fresh out the boat. So, whether you're Asian, wanting to being American, or wanting to fit in American culture, or me being Asian, wanting not to fit in, but I guess my whole life I wanted to fit in something. I mean, we all want to fit into some group, right? Like-minded people, but this American culture is nothing but trapped by dogma. The workplace is trapped by dogma thinking, is trapped by a lot of ideas that aren't working anymore. And to the truth, it sucks. Because I read Robert Kiyosaki work, I read Seth Godin work. I watch Seth Godin interview, and I love Seth Godin. If you have not read his book Purple Cow, I recommend it. Now, Seth Godin was in Gary Vee video, and Seth Godin, that's where it started, right? Because of Seth Godin. I think it was an interview that was Chavez interview with Seth Godin or something, and that's where I start to study about the school. Seth Godin is a great marketer, and I made a couple of videos about Seth Godin book, and I highly recommend it because he's telling the truth. He's talking about how that school, that rich people, like really rich people, I don't know if Andrew Carnegie was in there, but that rich people built school for the average person to keep them stuck, right? To keep them there. Now, most Asian think it will be preposterous because Asian American or Asian parents or Asian immigrant come here, their opportunity, they work hard as hell, right? And they wanted to make it because that's the land of gold and opportunity. But the problem is, you can have the right opportunity, but if you're not aware, then how are you able to use that opportunity? Because for me, I think that if you are aware and you're using your energy, you're focusing on, I think opportunities are more like, most people think luck or opportunity. Opportunity is more like you create your own opportunity. You create your own focus where you want to go, and you attract that type of nature, and you start to go there because your dreams are where your potential is unlocked, your brain, your thoughts that your soul yearns for. Because we're all spiritual in nature, and most people don't know that. Most people are stuck by dogma religion, right? Because religion is nothing but control and domination, right? And that control and domination, and like these culture are controlling how you think in your thoughts process, right? And so is Asian culture too. It's about the control and thought process of the nature, your belief system. And so Seth Godin said that these schools are built for the building. If you ever wonder why you have Monday to Friday in school, because you're made to work Monday through Friday and get weekends off, not working from 9 to 5. If you love working 9 to 5 and it fulfill you, go right ahead. But there's an insidious thing that people don't understand, that these are built, Seth Godin said they're built so you can work for these people. for the rich people, the entrepreneur, the people who are taking risk. And most people are complaining about they should get a raise. Well, first of all, I don't like climbing the fucking corporate ladder. It's nothing but a pain in the ass. Because my ideas, my belief have changed. The idea that we live in the world of the Matrix. Now, most people wouldn't know that because people watch the movie, they think it's cool, but they don't understand the meaning behind the Matrix. The Matrix is that you're being controlled. If you control people's perception in the mind, you control their energy. Your energy is you're giving time to something that you could have been doing something else, building your dreams. But when you are working for a job that you hate, they're sucking out your energy, which you could have poured your energy out to attract something that you truly want. And so these ideas are built because Robert Kiyosaki said they're built so you can work for the rich to become an employee, and you don't have a dream. What happened is when you become an employee, their corporate have their own standards and their own thinking, their dogma thinking, then they're not really flexible. And oftentimes they don't see it. And so what happens is these groups become robots. People probably get mad if they don't understand this. But people act like it. Like, oh, you have to do it this way. You can't do it your way. If you do it your way, For me, I think that we have to become aware of the opportunity that we have in anywhere. It's being aware. Awareness is powerful. Perception is powerful. If you are aware of your energy, if you're aware of that thing that comes into your life, you can take it. Otherwise, you can have the opportunity and you're not aware. That's the sad point. The reason why I hate being an American is when I was a kid, I was always asked why was I put in the special education. Why did I was put there? And I felt like I didn't fit in with the normal people. I didn't fit in with my normal classmates. I didn't. And so I think that that's why. But for me, if I was born in Asia, I wouldn't be me, right? I wouldn't have my sense of humor because I believe that the circumstances that make me me because of the person that I have become. Jim Rohn said that if you want success, you have to become the person that attracts success instead of chasing for it. You have to become it. The circumstances made me me. Like, if I didn't have these type of circumstances, I wouldn't be able to, because when I was a kid, I was shy, and I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't have the sense of humor. I grew up watching anime. I grew up into the Asian culture. So that's my thing is. My thing is we have to break the ideology about the culture that we live in. That we have to mold it to the way that we want it to adapt to our needs, not based upon what people think it should be. And the American culture or whatever, Asian culture, whatever that is. It's about fulfilling your soul. It's about fulfilling something more than just being labeled or identity. I think that we get labeled in identity. That's the problem. So that's pretty much it. That's my thoughts on being an Asian American. I don't think it's lucky, but people think it is. I'll see you next time.